Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 3rd of December. Russia ratifies military logistics pact ahead of Putin's India visit. Imran Khan healthy but isolated in jail, says sister Uzma. And UN agency warns rare tropical storm set to surge as cyclone hits Sri Lanka. And now for all the details. In a huge development, Moscow's lower house of parliament on Tuesday approved the reciprocal exchange of logistics support agreement with India. The pact officials say will significantly expand operational cooperation between the two countries. The framework will apply during joint military exercises, training missions, humanitarian operations and disaster relief efforts, including responses to natural or man-made emergencies. The parliament speaker during the plenary session said that Russia values its comprehensive strategic partnership with India and views the agreement to key as deepening that cooperation. The agreement was signed by the two governments on February 18 and submitted for parliamentary clearance by Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin last week. President Putin, who will visit New Delhi on December 4 on Tuesday, also said that Russia wants to boost partnerships with China and India across a number of sectors. The visit is set to witness discussions on defense, strategic stability and bilateral ties.
Still, it is our turn to travel to India, so I'd like to thank you for your invitation.
Нацелены вывести сотрудничество с Китайской Народной Республикой и с Республикой Индия на качественно новый уровень, с усилением его технологической составляющей. На это нацелено множество совместных проектов в энергетике, в промышленности, космосе, сельском хозяйстве и так далее. По вопросам экономической повестки у нас выстроен содержательный диалог с председателем Китайской Народной Республики господином Си Цзиньпинем. Также подробно будем обсуждать эти темы в ходе предстоящего визита в Индию с премьер-министром господином Нарендрой Моди, включая увеличение импорта индийских товаров на наш рынок.
And at the World Annual Conclave 2025 in New Delhi, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar sent a clear message to Western nations amid growing anti-immigrant sentiment. Rejecting outdated criticism of H-1B workers, he said foreign talent is not to blame for economic challenges in the US or Europe. Jaishankar cautioned that nations imposing excessive restrictions on talent mobility will become net losers, especially as future industries and advanced manufacturing demand more skilled workers. Showcasing India's rising global influence, he highlighted that the country now hosts 1,700 global capability centers employing nearly 2 million people and generating up to $75 billion, driven by India's young workforce and strengths in AI and mobility. Imran Khan, Pakistan's jailed former Prime Minister, is in good physical health but facing isolation and psychological strain, his sister said on Tuesday. Uzma Khanum, one of Khan's three sisters, was the only family member permitted to meet him in Adiala jail. The meeting took place under strict supervision and without mobile devices. Supporters of his Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party had gathered outside to protest against conditions of his detention. PTI says routine visits have been blocked for weeks despite court orders, fueling rumors about his condition. Authorities deny any mistreatment and say Khan is receiving all entitlements available to prisoners. Pakistan's Human Rights Commission, an independent rights monitor, said in a post on X that it was seriously concerned by reports that Khan had been subjected to restrictive detention conditions and limits on family meetings. Imran Khan, who served as Prime Minister from 2018 to 2022, has been in jail since his August 2023 arrest on corruption charges and is serving sentences in several cases that he says are politically motivated.
माशाल्लाह ठीक थी, गुस्से में थे, डिस्टर्ब इस तरह थे कि गुस्से में इसलिए थे कि इन्होंने आइसोलेशन कहते हैं, ये फिजिकल टॉर्चर से मेंटल टॉर्चर ज़्यादा बुरा होता है। और इवन आप अगर ह्यूमन राइट्स के जो आप रूल्स देखें ना, उसमें ये भी टॉर्चर में ही कंसिडर होता है जो आजकल कर रहे हैं।
In POJK, the construction sector crisis has deepened once again. The shutdown of crushing machines in Muzaffarabad has pushed thousands of workers into unemployment. With material costs soaring, locals say the new government must step in immediately. We have a report.
In Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, anger is growing as crushing machines remain shut. Workers, transporters and small business owners say repeated appeals for relief have been ignored. The PMLN government's earlier crackdown stalled construction and triggered massive job losses. With local crushing banned, material now has to be brought at triple the price, making construction unaffordable.
हमारे मुजफ्फराबाद में कुछ 10 लाख से ज़्यादा लोग बेरोजगार हुए। इस ट्रांसपोर्टर, टायर पंचर, ऑयल वाला, वर्कशॉप वाला, पेट्रोल पंप वाला इस वजह से बेरोजगार हुए हैं कि ये जो क्रश मशीनें बंद हो गई हैं, करोड़ों रुपए का नुकसान हो गया। हमारे मुजफ्फराबाद का कोई सानिया हाल नहीं है, तो इसको कोई देख ही नहीं रहा कि जो लोगों की जो बेरोजगारी है, ये रियासत का काम है आवाम को देना, रोजगार देना। तो रियासत इस काम में दिलचस्पी नहीं ले रही। रावलाकोट, बाग, मीरपुर या 8 मकाम पूरी साइडों में क्रश मशीनें चल रही हैं। सिर्फ यहाँ कोई ऐसा आदमी है जो ज़िला मुजफ्फराबाद के साथ इसको डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है।
Locals say the crisis has hit the poorest the hardest. Private construction has stalled, block factories remain shut, and prices of crushed stone have skyrocketed, making it impossible for people to build homes.
मुजफ्फराबाद में ये क्रैश बंद होने की वजह तो ओवरऑल पूरे आज़ाद कश्मीर की आवाम में बहुत नुकसान होया ना, खासकर ज़िला मुजफ्फराबाद, ज़िला बाग आलियाँ, ज़िला अठमकाम और ज़िला हटियाँ असों लोकल किसी का क्रैश ही पैंदी ऐसी तकरीबन बिल्कुल इसका गुजरे रही है भी 7-8 हज़ार रुपये ही पै रही है। ऐसी इस टाइम असीं उठे किन्ने लगे 13,000 रुपये की जगह तो प्लस अगर किराया देगा कम से कम 6 तो 7 हज़ार रुपये सैकड़े नाल महंगी हो गई।
And rescuers in Sri Lanka were scrambling on Tuesday to clear roads and deliver aid to more than 500,000 people hit by Cyclone Ditwa. The death toll has climbed to at least 410, with many still missing, official figures show. Drone video released by the UNICEF showed buildings and vehicles submerged in a flooded area near the Sri Lankan capital Colombo. Homes have been swept away and communities isolated, cutting off essential services such as water, healthcare and schooling. Torrential downpours like those sparked by the rare tropical storm that devastated parts of Southeast and South Asia last week will become more common in a warming world, the UN's World Meteorological Organization has said. Cyclone Ditwa, packing strong winds and heavy rains, brought the island nation's worst floods in a decade when it struck last Friday, setting off landslides in the hilly central region.
Cyclone Ditwa made landfall on the east coast in Sri Lanka, impacting over 275,000 children who are amongst the over 1.4 million people affected across Sri Lanka. And with communications down and roads blocked, the true number of children impacted is likely even higher. Homes have been swept away, entire communities isolated, and the essential services children rely on, such as water, healthcare and schooling, have been severely disrupted.
Tropical cyclones are rare so close to the equator, so it's not something that we see very often, and it means the impacts are magnified because local communities, have got no experience in this.
Moving on, autumn has cast its spell across India's Jammu and Kashmir, with the season at its vibrant peak. Tourists from across the country are thronging Srinagar's Mughal Garden, including Nishat Shalimar and the Botanical Garden, to soak in the breathtaking charm created by the fiery chinar or oriental plane trees. The red and the golden brown leaves of chinar have carpeted pathways and streets, transforming the valley into a stunning kaleidoscope of colors. This year, the mesmerizing beauty of Harur, as autumn is known locally, continues to draw visitors in large numbers, even in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack. Kashmir's tourism industry had suffered significant setbacks following the attack, but the steady flow of travelers reflects renewed confidence, offering a boost to the sector.
इतनी शानदार जगह है कि मतलब पूरे विश्व में मतलब ये जो जगह है, ये जो वातावरण है जो घूमने का, ये अलग अनुभव है। और इसको छोड़ दिया और अपन बाहर कितना भी घूमे और ये छोड़ दिया तो समझते हैं आपने बहुत कुछ छोड़ दिया। ये हमारा पहला ट्रिप था और हमने ऑटम से शुरू किया, बट हम विंटर और इसकी सारी सीजन को जरूर फील करेंगे और बार-बार आएंगे।
That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.